Hello everyone, welcome to a new game called Tengami. We'll try and get through the whole entire game. This is my second go through it. So Tengami is basically a pop-up book, and it's bringing us back to our childhood when we all used to love this. The magic of turning a 2D world into a 3D world. And it has a Japanese theme to it. Which is interesting since the Japanese culture is well into paper origami and things like that. So it has a pretty paper-thin story to it about a cherry blossom tree that's dying and the need to bring it back to life again. So I guess it's having a feel of that reincarnation sort of thing, or circle of life, this Buddhism feel. And I'm guessing that's the symbology behind everything here. It's done by a small independent company called Nyamnyam Games. I think it is. It's in there. Basically, two English developers. A guy called Phil who used to work for Rare, and I'm not sure if Jennifer worked for Rare as well. But Jennifer apparently spent a long time in the Japanese culture. And okay. And it's quite. She used to work for a AAA company, and she started. She left that to go into her own independent design of trying to create aesthetic puzzle games. And instead of just sort of going into all types of measures of creating games for all mediums, she wanted to concentrate on the iOS, being the touchscreen that it was, and so she created this game which is really mostly designed for touchscreens, but it is ported quite well even onto a PC. And as you can see, now the Japanese, they had another person called Ryo, I think, and he's actually authentically Japanese, and he's the artist behind all this. So interesting though, and you see the magic of, it's not so much like a point-and-click adventure as it's an interaction with the environment, unlocking the magic of by folding paper and using that to as a puzzle mechanic. And when it, even though it was really based on two Westerners, when it hit Japan, it actually was quite popular. So it shows that everything is very authentic. And that the Japanese agree with all the symbology and the artistry that is very authentic to Japanese culture. And it has this beautiful, I was going to say whitewash, pastel colour paper sort of feel to it all. Now this is a very easy puzzle. Basically you're looking at the sizes of the wolves, so you and even you as a character, you're if I can turn around here, you'll see that I am also two-dimensional, and that this book is actually in a Japanese studio. So even the background, if you were to walk to the edge, would reveal everything is Japanese themed. And the music was done independently, but again, very authentic to that Japanese culture. And we're unlocking. So the game is very, very basic. All the puzzles are very, very basic. Keep it simple, just like the paper design, and very flimsy mechanic. Even just the idea is just to bring the flowers, cherry blossoms back to the tree. Again, you see this Japanese studio in the background. And the Japanese, I can't remember what the gates are called. But basically the objective is just to get to a temple and find the flower inside the temple. So there's 3 flowers that you need to get all up. And so here's our first gate that we need to solve to get to the temple, and then go from there. And it seems to be the colours seem to be based upon seasons as well, because everything is the circle of life. It comes down to that season. It changes and everything along that lines. I think a lot of the symbology would be missed upon Westerners. So this reminds me of Myst. Basically, the idea is you got to bring that out and raise it up. And we now have the crest piece, and that's basically it. And then you fold it back out, and your character comes out. Now it's purposely designed so the character to move very, very slowly, because it is, I guess, more a game designed to be played one night, maybe at a fireplace with a hot cup of cocoa or something nearby, and something along those lines. The Wii U version has an extra mechanic of some hidden stamps. The Steam version doesn't have that. Oh, that's right. So instead of walking into the door, I simply fold the paper. I forget the mechanics of that. So basically, we want to. So here's our first temple. We're going to try and get our first flower. So again, if you fold, you can see where we need to go. What we're going to do is just open the door, and we're going to come back. And on the left-hand side here, the problem is if you don't know what you're doing, because the character moves so slow, it can be aggravating for someone who has missed an essential element, and they're just moving back and forth. So that can be an annoying mechanic. So basically we're just folding, listening to the music, I'm not sure what this does. Okay. So we'll just come here, and now we're going to enter into the dungeon. I love the looks of this. I know when I first played this, just the magic of everything unfolding before your eyes, you know, the different worlds as you fold the paper, and it does bring you back to that childhood pop-up book, because like most people, I enjoyed that, just playing around with something 2D and you know, moving something to open up a 3D, and it's like, how is this possible? You know, you got all these different mechanics coming out as soon as you turn the page or you pull the paper. Wolves sleeping beneath pale moonlight, dreams unfold. So we've got our first cherry blossom. We basically just walk up to the tree and the cherry blossom. So already we've done 1/3 of the game. And now we're into a different season. It's more like an autumn. And this one basically just shows that all the seasons are purposely designed. So there's a natural element of a natural force in play that basically, so we want to go up there. The natural force at play which basically loops everything. When one thing dies, another thing comes to life. So basically here we just need to make our way up by folding pieces of paper back and forth. Probably just go up there. Maybe fold it back. Is that what you're supposed to do? No, fold that one twice maybe. No, okay. Might need to fold that one. Can't even remember how to solve this one. I think it is fine. There we go. This looks about right. And then we fold it to the point where... No? Okay, don't take any notice of me. Okay, I'm gonna fold it there and get up to that lever. Maybe that's... I've got to get that one there. There we go. And again, same sort of system. So basically, just want to waterfalls are beautifully illustrated. Everything's really well done. Is it illustrated to, just enrich with colour and detail. Just makes you want to push forward. And the biggest complaint about this game is more that it's short-lived. That people wanted more when they got there. So we're going to unlock now the second. I'll see if I can remember this one. So we unlock, and basically I think we want to unlock the door, and that's basically that. Now the idea is to get a ring of sorts. So to do this, we come to the big bell. And now we want to, no, we don't want to go that side. We want to come this side. So we're heading into winter. And the reason being is because on the left hand side of the temple, the ring's above a lake or a river. And of course in winter that river would be frozen, allowing us to walk on top of the river. love the music. It sounds like there's a saga happening here. We're off to fight an evil force. Every Japanese thing has a pro and a not sure why. Gotta come forward to pick up this ring. Okay. So we've picked up the ring. Now what we want to do is we're going to open the door. To do that we need to go to spring, as the spring is when the cherry blossoms grow. So to unlock the cherry blossom we need the right. I'm not sure if there's anything in there. I'm just going to go into the store just to make sure there's nothing there. The last thing you want to do is push forward just to realise you can't go anywhere. No, nothing in there. And hopefully they're going to do more of this sort of gaming. They're both very young developers in their prime. What am I doing? Didn't even... Yeah, okay, hit that. Hit again. And now we're into the night time. This is spring. I want to head to the temple. Opens up, and now we want to release the ring into it. So the middle one can't move, so you want to move everything in connection with that middle one. Very easy, basic puzzles, nothing really. And we're unlocking the bells, so now we want to go back to... I want to head back to winter where we were. So it has an inbuilt walkthrough. Basically, it runs a hint system. Bring that again. There we go. No, actually we want to go back. What are we doing? I'm doing this wrong. There we go. And it'll basically tell you what to do here. So you'll never get stuck. So no stress. I think all the puzzles are pretty easy. There's one that is probably a little bit tricky at the end. But if you know what you're looking for, I'll explain it. But the rest of the puzzles you should be able to work out by yourself anyway. Having said that, what am I doing here? I'm having to go there. Alright. Evidently you gotta ring the bell. So basically just touch all the bells. That's pretty much all you have to do. There's no systematic way of, having to solve that. Then you come back and that should allow you to now open up the bell door. And we have the flower, basically saying that we can now open the flower door, which is right here. And we've got through half of the game. A pristine waterfall cascading downwards, crimson leaves. not sure what this is supposed to be other than just poetry, I guess. Again, bringing that life back, the circle of life back. There you go. And now this is probably the longest one. It's a pretty long journey to get to the temple. And here we have Ascension. About always going up. Enlightenment. That pathway. Again, always going up. That's your puzzle there. And you'll find that constant theme of colours. So you got the green background. You'll have everything has that, that pastel green feel to it all. So everything beautifully shades in with each other. And that's really what makes Tengami as good as it is. It's basically the artistry. And I can understand, as I said, the biggest gripe to everyone is just how long it's that people want more to the game than what it delivers. So basically we're just going to I think I've stuffed up here. Okay, we'll go down here. Stuff in this one. I can't remember. Maybe there's another one here. No? Okay. Alright. Well. Ah, that's the one. And we move upwards. There we go. Okay. And you just do a complete loop. There we go. That's it. Beautifully. No. There's the other one. There we go. And you come over there and voila. A little bit of a messing around there. Well, I appreciate. I don't think it would, because of PC. I think, and we don't have the same swipe ability. I wouldn't mind a fast track sort of movement, or at least that option of a fast track movement. Then you probably finish the game in like 10 minutes. So I understand why she didn't do it. Oops. Oh, hello, fishies. And it sucks that, we got a special edition with an extra mechanic to it, and we don't get that. I love this. Let's just sit right back in here at our hotel. Faithful trip. No, it's really foreboding now. This is one of my favourite parts. I just like what you need to do in this. So we're going to drive past the lighthouse because the lighthouse isn't part of the original. And if we get to about, I don't know, here somewhere. Okay, so basically what I'm going to just move the fire around. Don't move. Come back around. Save us some time. And what you'll notice is that already over the door we've lit up 3 on this side. So the door basically shows you there's 4 on one side, there's 1 in the lighthouse which we can't open. And we're just going to move the fire around. That's awesome. Now I'm not sure why I can just move the fire, but so I don't know what this mechanic's for. It's unnecessary. Maybe that's a mechanic that's needed for the iOS, but it's not needed on the PC. Okay, so basically we come to the shipwreck where we have our first puzzle. You'll notice there's 3 symbol up here. That plays an important part. So I want to move down to the right. There was probably a mechanic there. I've probably already missed it. Oh, there it is there, on the right hand side. So you want to look for the codes. So the first one is the 3, the H with a, and there's our next one. So a H with a symbol and a H. I'll probably. And our last one is there on the right hand side, if you can see it there, the square. So basically what we want to do is we want to solve this first puzzle. Again, the middle one doesn't rotate, so you want to keep that one authentic. What am I doing here? Oh, there we go. There we go, that's it. I think. Yep, that'll look better. Problem solved. Okay, so now we go to the right hand side. And again, the first one was 3. Then was a H, and then was a H without a thing, and a square. And that will unlock your next. You get a cog, so we get a cog. Just click on the bottom of the screen somewhere. Oh no, you do need to turn it, sorry. And now we're heading all the way back. Probably the only thing I don't agree with, they've pad their game by making the character walk so slow. I would like them to have that on a setting basis so you can either, quicken up the speed or something along those lines. I understand the decision, but yeah. And now we're going to sail all the way back. So as I said, this is the hardest flower to get, basically, because of what you need to do. There's no real point to that mechanic, other than there's something to do while you're while you're moving your character back and forth. What I'd like to do, maybe send some, seagulls or birds flying in the background or eruption. Maybe that's asking too much, I don't know. Or a whale fin or something, I don't know, something along those lines. Japanese were into whaling, so it would have fit. I'm not sure what the purpose of this is, because it seems to go into the future. You'll see what I mean soon. So you'll see the water level is at the bottom of the lighthouse. And are they supposed to be rocks or caves? Rocks or waves, I'm not sure. Because if you move it, the water's now at the top of the lighthouse. Like, seriously, what the... I don't get that. Yeah. So we put the cog in, and basically what we want to do is we want to rotate it and bring the flame up and just move on the left hand side here so that we can see the flame, and we've lit now the very last mechanic. So all the torches are lit, and that will open up the cave door for us. We're at the temple now, and this is probably where the hardest puzzle is. This dramatic effect here. There might be a little puzzle in here. Dark Souls. Good luck with that one. Oops. Okay, so we've definitely found the temple. Now this is, without a doubt, the hardest probably puzzle in the game. Not the swimming around in the boat, that's just me being an idiot. Can I light this? Huh? I want to light them up. So we're nearly done. Okay, so open up and you'll find a portal there. Now you'll see these symbols up here. You'll need to count them so that you work out how many there are. So we can see there's 4 of those. Now as I flip the symbol, you'll notice that there's more of the same, more different symbols. So you'll see that there's a 3-digit there on the right hand side and 2 moon shapes. Okay, and you'll see there's another 3-digit one on and another moon shape on the left hand side there. See that? Okay, so people often miss that, and now we've got a 4-digit on the bottom there. You'll notice that there's 7 digits on the top there. this, you'll notice that there's again 2 more moon digits, and I think that's about it. What have I missed? Oh, and there's another digit there on the 3 digit on there on the side there. You'll notice there's 7 digits along the top. So basically what we want to do is rotate the statue away. We have to rotate it all the way to the cross to bring it down. We now want to actually rotate the statue all the way back for in future reference, and just click the bottom of the screen and do the same to the other side. So rotate it. Again, bring it all the way down and then rotate it all the way back, and that's because you got to put things in the statues and they won't allow it unless if they're rotated into the middle. And now, seriously, come on, double click out, and again fold the paper out. So now we want to come to this other door, and as we rotate, you'll notice that there's more statues, and now there should be another one. I should have counted them all. As we rotate again, we're given that there's a statue here on the of the moon, and we're given also one in 1-3. So there's a moon one there. So basically, if you count them all, these go to 10. I think this one goes to 8, somewhere around that way. Maybe that was 4. Sometimes they're playing around with this mechanic. There we go. Opens up the sword for me. And now double click out. Statue missing a sword. So we just bring the sword down. Now unlocks one. And now we want to go get the moon mirror. So to do this, we need to go back outside. Back to where we came from, and we got one more puzzle to solve. Oh wait, there we go. Back in the boat, you'll see that we can now operate that cave underneath. And we're down to our very last puzzle. So that previous puzzle was probably the hardest in the entire game. That's probably the trickiest one that might have you a bit stumped if you're not careful enough looking at. You might know what to do, but something. What is he doing? Just there we go. Alright, so the basic point of this puzzle is you want to mirror so that both of them have exactly the same shape. The best way of doing this is start off with the blue, and you want these two exactly the same. We're going to go to the red, so you want the red to be the same, so we want that one. Okay, so once we got that, I want that one, there we go. So they're both mirrored on both sides. So if you just remember the yellow one, the middle one has to have two. The rest you should be able to work out. Well, it's pretty easy. And just grab the mirror. And we want to make our way back, and that's basically it. That's the end of the game. It's Tengami. We've unlocked the thing that's blocking our path from the last flower. We've resurrected the cherry blossom. We've brought it back to life. We understand the meaning of life. We feel so much better knowing that we will be replaced. And we can find solace in that. Yeah, whatever. So, without a doubt, what makes this, as I said, is definitely the artistry. If it wasn't for the artistry, I don't know, and the animation, I don't know if this game would actually work. Because there's really... Will you just... the boat! What is happening? There's really not much to it in story-wise, and the puzzle mechanics are just so, yeah, as I said, flimsy, paper-based, paper-thin. There's really nothing much to it. But it does give you an experience through the environment and the magic of that environment. And being able to interact with that, and that puts you as part of the game mechanic, and makes you feel like a bit of an explorer, and that's what becomes rewarding. But as for the puzzles, there's no real puzzle in here which really rewarded me, thinking, wow, I'm pretty clever for having solved that puzzle. And the story didn't enrich me to think, well, now I know this, I'm a better person. Ocean breeze, long since dormant, my heart swells. I mean, the Japanese have pretty, full-on stories, so I would have much preferred an in-depth story. And that's it, cherry blossoms come to life. We now sit down to have a picnic and die there because we're so happy. And we're wearing lipstick for some reason, I'm not sure why. A cherry blossoms falls, death embrace, and new beginning. That's it, reincarnation. They could have just said reincarnation. So Ryo was the artist, Jennifer, she's the one that basically is the founder of the company. David Wise is a very wise man. He was the music of it. Character animation by Christian Molman. What an unfortunate last name. Molman. You would have spent a lot of time in the dumpster at school, surely. So we have a lot of translators. Wow, look, like this apparently was such a noble message to translate in basically the United Nations. And Denise Toswell died. It's Philip, and wow, Gerard also died. So they both experienced death. So this became a personal thing for them. Oh, that's interesting. Well, until next time, I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, bye for now.